My name is Andrew Stoltmann. I'm a Chicago-based securities fraud attorney who's represented investors across the country in securities fraud suits. Many investors who've lost money in the stock market or through fraudulent investments have asked the question, can I sue my broker? Can I sue my stockbroker? And the answer to that question is yes, you can. Most clients don't remember this, but buried real deep in the new account agreement you opened with your brokerage account, it says if you want to sue us for any reason, you have to do it through binding arbitration through a group called FINRA. FINRA. So if you went into court, you tried to file the claim in court, you would not be able to do that. Instead, you have to file it through a group called FINRA. The FINRA arbitration process to recover investment losses takes on average about 12 months worth of time. Typically, a claimant will file what's called a statement of claim. That statement of claim will outline exactly what happened with respect to the bad investment, the conversion, the churning, the unauthorized trading, whatever the claim might be. The brokerage firm then has 60 days to file what's called an answer. That's the response to the statement of claim. Then you go through minor discovery, exchanging documents like the client's other brokerage account statements, the other complaints that have been filed against the broker over the years, and some other relatively minor documents. And then you have a arbitration hearing. Now realize probably 85 to 90% of the cases that get filed in arbitration do end up settling, making an arbitration hearing unnecessary. The arbitrators, through the FINRA process, can award anything from zero all the way up through the client's losses, attorney fees, interest, cost, and punitive damages. Now, a lot of people will say, well, what are the most basic claims that are filed at FINRA? And there are a couple each and every year that are the most common. The first one is a suitability claim. Typically, suitability claims are a function of the client's annual income, their net worth, their actual investment objectives, factors like that, including investment experience. And typically in a suitability claim, the claimant, the investor, will argue that the investment was unsuitable for that client given a lot of his background information. Like I said, the client's annual income, client's net worth, factors like that. The second most common claim at FINRA is a churning claim. A churning claim is basically an excessive trading claim where the client argues that the broker overtraded the account in order to make fees, in order to generate commissions. The third most common claim are what's called misrepresentation and omission claims. Those claims relate to information provided to the client that wasn't accurate. It could potentially be a lie. It could potentially be called what's an omission, which is basically that relevant, important information wasn't disclosed to the investor. Those are the three most basic claims. After that come other claims. Other claims like unauthorized trading. Brokers have to get client approval before putting a trade in for that client. Another common claim is a conversion or a theft claim, meaning the broker took money from the client without the client's authorization. Those are probably the most common claims year in and year out at FINRA. Depending on the year, anywhere from 4,000 claims all the way up to 8,000 claims may be filed against various brokerage firms and brokers across the country. The process takes, about that 12-month period of time. The investor can be awarded virtually anything, and unlike in a court of law, there really aren't things like appeals that can be filed in arbitration. While it does happen, it's very, very rare. So if you win your case, or if you settle your case, you'll generally get paid within about 30 to 45 days. So those are the key components of the issue, and the answer to the question, can I sue my broker? You can. If you want to hear more about successfully suing your broker, we've handled probably close to 1,000 cases over the years, please call us at Stoltmann Law Offices. Our phone number in Chicago are 312-332-4200. Thank you.